It was one of those days where I had tons of things to get done. And I was pouring an extra cup of coffee. I didn't know exactly which number I was at this time. And also it was a combination of, I didn't sleep well and I was a little bit more moody. Days after days, I was feeling a little bit down, even though multitude of things were happening in my life. And later on in the day, after a certain numbers of cups of coffee, I would discover who was the real culprit here. Hi everyone, for those who don't know me yet, my name is Margot and I'm French. I decided to study abroad 8 years ago in Boston and then to come back to France with my American experience in my luggage. But it happens that I didn't come back. And after a certain number of non-permanent working visas, I'm now a proud and happy permanent resident living and working in New York City. This abroad life experience changed my life to the point that I cannot compare those two cultures anymore. There was the first year stage where I still had my native references in me. But after this, I entered a twilight zone where I fully acknowledged that the new culture I was adopting was different. Not better, not worse, just different. And this is about those funny differences I want to talk about today. We are not going to debate on this channel if there is or not good coffees in America. This channel is to avoid cliches about one culture or the other. So yes, there are amazing good coffees on a range that is on the taste of the drinker. Some appreciate it very light, even flavored one. I remember my uncle's favorite was hazelnut flavor, and because of this memory, I like it too. I also do appreciate a very strong espresso in rum. And don't take me wrong, I'm not comparing those two things. They are two different worlds. I know the difference. So no judgment here, there is a taste for everyone. The difference I found is in the use of coffee. So in France, my consumption of coffee was after a meal to help digest the meal that was usually quite rich. And it was in a very relaxed state where I was appreciating the flavor of a small espresso with a square of chocolate, for instance. It was a relaxing way of enjoying coffee. In America, gradually I shifted without noticing it to coffee equal boost of energy. Huge difference. I don't know when my coffee consumption evolved in America. I'm not sure exactly when, and I didn't see it coming. I just remember that my quantity of work gradually increased as my coffee intake did. In America, I started to take one in the morning and appreciate so much the kick it was giving to me and the clarity. And then I needed one more kick of energy and clarity after lunch or before a gig or after a long day. You get it. And there were some side effects that maybe I didn't want to face, but they were showing up greatly: anxiety, mood, and sleep deprivation. And one day I coffee overdosed. I was shaking, my heart was beating like crazy, my blood pressure was on the roof, I was almost about to faint. I had to step down and I tried many substitutes. I'm just going to look at my list because it's a long list. So I tried decaf, obviously. I tried it with coconut oil. I tried mushroom substitute. I tried mate because my husband is from South Brazil. I tried to have only 1/2 of a cup in the morning, and how can I say that? It's a neurological balance pills that helps to relax. don't look for something logical in it. And I tried homeopathic caffeine. Yes, look at it, Google it online. It does exist. Then I had to adult up. I had to take the decision to stop consuming coffee in a life that I choose as competitive with myself day after day. I was tired to, start over and over to introduce coffee and then to stop over and over. It was ridiculous. Now I am at peace because I'm just looking forward for the next visit in France when I'm going to have a nice meal, a small cappuccino or a small espresso right before a nap. La vie est belle. If you like this video, please give a thumb up, subscribe and hit the bell button. If you happen to have had, like me, a tormented relationship with coffee, let me know your experience in the comment section below. Next episode, let's talk about aperitif. Maybe you heard about it. It's a kind of, how can I explain? A whole meal with only appetizer and starters and wine and loafer. It's just perfect. So how did I keep this tradition in New York City and what does my American friend think about it? Stay tuned. À bientôt. Ciao.